Gentlemen, let us be honest for a moment. At some point after 50, many men begin to notice that their body does not respond quite the way it used to. Erections may not be as firm, stamina may not feel as steady, and energy may come and go. And while drugstore pills promise quick results, what if I told you that cultures all over the world have been using natural food-based remedies for centuries? Remedies that can safely and gently bring back blood flow, testosterone, and confidence. Today, I want to take you on a journey across the globe to discover 7 natural alternatives to Viagra. Each one comes from a different tradition, and together they show us that men have always looked for ways to stay strong, vital, and connected even into their later years. Stay with me until the end because I will also share some of the best additions you can put on your eggs in the morning to make them one of the most powerful foods for your manhood. Let us begin in Asia with ginseng. Often called the root of life, ginseng has held a place of honor in Chinese medicine for centuries. It was not only valued as a healing herb, but also treasured as a tonic for male strength and endurance. What makes ginseng so powerful is the unique way it works on 2 levels at once. First, it supports circulation by helping blood vessels relax and carry oxygen more efficiently through the body. This means more reliable blood flow, especially to the areas where it matters most for performance. Second, ginseng acts as an adaptogen, which means it helps the body cope with stress. Stress is one of the hidden enemies of male vitality, quietly lowering testosterone and tightening blood vessels. By reducing stress, ginseng creates the conditions for stronger arousal and firmer erections. The best part is that ginseng is easy to use in daily life. Some men brew it as a tea, enjoying its earthy warmth in the evening. Others stir a small amount of ginseng powder into warm milk, letting the body absorb it as they wind down before bed. In this form, you are not just soothing the mind, you are also feeding your blood vessels with the compounds they need to stay flexible and strong. Many men who use ginseng consistently describe waking up with a renewed sense of stamina, greater firmness, and even more steady energy throughout the day. It is not a quick miracle, but with patience, ginseng can feel like turning back the clock on your vitality. From China, let us travel to Peru to meet Maca. High in the Andes Mountains, macaca has been part of Peruvian tradition since the time of the Incan warriors. These men were said to eat macaca before going into battle, believing it gave them greater energy, stamina, and even courage. What makes maca special is that it does not artificially raise testosterone the way some synthetic treatments do. Instead, it helps the body use the hormones it already has more efficiently. In other words, maca strengthens the connection between your body's natural hormones and the tissues that rely on them, supporting energy, sexual desire, and performance. Men who use maca often notice improvements in their desire, stamina, and overall sense of vitality. Some describe feeling more balanced, not only in intimacy, but also in daily life. That is because maca does more than boost hormones. It also nourishes the nervous system and reduces fatigue, helping you feel more resilient. The easiest way to use maca today is as a powder. Just 1 teaspoon stirred into a smoothie, warm milk, or even your morning coffee is enough to begin making a difference. Its nutty, slightly sweet flavor blends easily, so it never feels like medicine. What maca offers is not a sudden burst, but a slow, steady build. Over time, it works quietly, strengthening your body's natural systems and gradually restoring a sense of youthfulness and confidence. For many men over 50, macaca feels less like a supplement and more like a daily ally. Something small that makes everything else work a little better. Next, we go to Southeast Asia for Tongkat Ali. In Malaysia and Indonesia, Tongkat Ali is so highly regarded that it is sometimes called the tree that makes a man 10 men. For centuries, it has been brewed as a tea or taken as an extract to restore male vigor. What makes Tongkat Ali remarkable is the way it works on both sides of the equation. On the one hand, it supports the body's natural production of testosterone, helping men regain the strength, energy, and muscle tone that often fade with age. On the other hand, it has a calming effect on stress. High-stress hormones can silently block testosterone and weaken erections, but Tongkat Ali gently lowers that burden, allowing your body to return to balance. Men who use Tongkat Ali regularly often describe not just physical changes like better stamina and firmer erections, but also emotional changes. More confidence, better mood, and a greater sense of drive. It is this dual action, balancing hormones and calming the mind, that has kept Tongkat Ali an essential part of male wellness in this region for generations. Whether taken as a daily extract or brewed into tea, it remains a trusted remedy for men who want to feel younger and more powerful naturally. Now let us turn to India and the Ayurvedic tradition with Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is known as the king of herbs in Ayurveda, and its name itself translates to strength of the stallion. This gives us a clear picture of how it was seen in traditional medicine as a tonic that restores power, energy, and vitality. What makes ashwagandha so effective is its ability to lower stress hormones, particularly cortisol. When cortisol is high, testosterone cannot rise the way it should. By calming stress, ashwagandha opens the door for testosterone to flow more freely. But that is not all. Ashwagandha also improves the quality of sleep. And because testosterone is made during deep restorative rest, this becomes one of the most overlooked but important ways to support male vitality. Men who use ashwagandha often report not only stronger erections and more stamina, but also a sense of calm energy throughout the day, a kind of balanced strength rather than short-lived bursts. Traditionally, ashwagandha is taken in the evening, stirred into a glass of warm milk. This simple ritual does more than nourish the body. It also signals to the mind that it is time to rest and recover. Over time, this nightly habit builds a foundation of resilience, making the mornings feel firmer, more energized, and more youthful again. For centuries, Indian men have relied on ashwagandha, not as a quick fix, but as a steady companion in maintaining strength and vitality well into later life. From India, we travel north to the Himalayas for Shilajit. This dark tar, like resin, seeps from the rocks of the Himalayan mountains during the warm months, and for centuries it has been collected and treasured as a rejuvenator. Shilajit is rich in trace minerals and fulvic acid, substances that feed your body at a cellular level. What makes it powerful for men is the way it supports energy production in the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. With more efficient energy, the whole body feels stronger, more resilient, and more alive. For men over 50, this means more than just a boost of stamina. It means better recovery after exertion, stronger hormone balance, and an overall sense of vitality. Shilajit does not work like a switch. It does not create change overnight. Instead, it slowly and steadily restores what time has taken away. Men who use purified Shilajit consistently often describe waking with more energy, feeling lighter in mood, and regaining the kind of endurance they thought they had lost. It is less about a dramatic transformation and more about gradually rebuilding a foundation of strength from the inside out. Now, let us move toward the Mediterranean, where saffron has long been considered a spice of love. Saffron is one of the most valuable spices in the world, and part of that value comes from its reputation as a natural aphrodisiac. But saffron is not only about desire. It works on the mind, the mood, and the blood vessels. By calming the nervous system, saffron helps lower anxiety that often gets in the way of intimacy. By lifting the mood, it restores the spark of interest and connection, and by improving circulation, it allows blood to flow more easily where it is needed most. A small pinch of saffron threads steeped in warm milk or tea creates a golden drink that has been enjoyed for centuries across the Middle East and Mediterranean. Men who use saffron regularly often notice that performance improves, but perhaps even more importantly, that their intimacy feels more joyful, connected, and fulfilling. In many ways, saffron is not just about physical performance. It is about bringing back the harmony between body and mind. And finally, let us end with a simple yet powerful food, nuts. In cultures from the Middle East to Europe, men were encouraged to eat nuts daily for strength, fertility, and virility. Modern science now confirms why. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and arginine, which the body uses to create nitric oxide, the very compound that relaxes blood vessels and supports erections. Almonds are loaded with magnesium and vitamin E, protecting hormone-producing cells and fueling testosterone production. Pistachios are especially good for circulation, helping lower bad cholesterol and improve the flexibility of arteries. In Brazil, nuts are the richest natural source of selenium, a mineral that acts like a spark plug for testosterone and sperm health. What is remarkable is that you do not need huge amounts. Just a small handful a day, a few walnuts, a couple of Brazil nuts, or a mix of almonds and pistachios is enough to give your body the fats, minerals, and amino acids it needs to keep testosterone flowing and blood vessels wide open. Over time, men who make this a daily habit notice a steady improvement in their energy, their firmness, and even their confidence. It is a reminder that sometimes the most powerful remedies are also the simplest, and they can be found right in your kitchen. So there you have it, 7 natural alternatives from around the world: ginseng, Tongkat Ali, Ashwagandha, Shilajit, Saffron, and nuts. None of these are quick fixes, but each one offers the body the raw materials and balance it needs to perform the way nature intended. Now, as I promised, let us talk about one of the simplest foundations of male health: eggs. Eggs are one of nature's perfect foods for testosterone, rich in protein, cholesterol, vitamin D, and choline. But what you add to your eggs can make them even more powerful. Sprinkle a little turmeric and black pepper over scrambled eggs to reduce inflammation and improve circulation. Add sauteed spinach or tomatoes to provide antioxidants that protect the prostate and blood vessels. Top with a few crushed walnuts or almonds for extra healthy fats and minerals. Even a pinch of saffron, stirred into an omelet, can transform a simple breakfast into a natural tonic for your hormones. Gentlemen, what you put on your plate each day matters just as much as any pill or powder. By combining these traditional remedies with smart food choices, you give your body the best chance to restore its strength naturally. So the next time you feel discouraged, remember this. Men across history have faced the same challenges, and they left behind wisdom that still works today. Start small, be consistent, and watch how your energy, your confidence, and your performance begin to